Hi, Joe Vierno here for NJ On Stage, coming to you from Westfield. And I have with me Beth Painter and Ben Clawson. Beth is one of our better actors around. I hope I'm not making you blush, or maybe I hope I'm making you blush.
Be still my heart.
And Ben, you've worked with Ben in the past. Ben is a writer. He's got some acting in his background, but he tells me most of his friends are doing the acting and you're doing the writing. So,
yep, let them do the legwork now.
yeah. So here we have Beth, and you have your own acting class.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we are today. And we have a writer here as well. Why are we here? What's bringing all this together?
So Contagious Drama Workshop has been around now for 5 years, and it's sort of evolved over time, starting from just young kids to now up through teens and actually adults. This teen class has been going on for a couple of years. Of course, every year there are newcomers, but I have a solid core of people they just come back, which is great.
This is a class that you run regularly every year?
And once a week, 2 sessions a year, and then a small session in late spring. So
Right.
It's actually 3 sessions a year.
We're at the Presbyterian Church. Do you work over in the high school at times?
I do not work in the high school. I volunteer often in some of the schools around town. I'm hired by Brownie Troops and other schools to teach improv as sort of an in-service in the class. I'm actually doing a faculty in-service at one of the elementary schools here in Westfield in January.
Your class, you've got 10 students who we're going to see soon, and they're going to do some improv with us, because I know you're doing that sort of thing. But we're also going to see a scene that was written by you, young man.
Yes, yes, yes.
You came together, and Beth said, well, I have a class. Tell me how this has come about.
So, I got to keep the interest of my teenagers. They're all very busy. High school comes. They've got schoolwork, school plays, lots of competition out there. So you got to, I have to keep bumping them up to the next level, so to speak. But I thought it would be really intriguing if he were to come in, get to know my kids a little bit. And he did. He came into the first class of the session. And then write a play that was inspired through that interaction.
Wow. So you saw the students early in the class, and how far along are we in the class now?
I guess it's what, 3 months?
Yeah.
Is it that far?
So, yeah, we started at the end of September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a work in progress.
It is a work in progress, yeah.
We're going to see a scene from this.
On birthday, yes.
Do you know, can you tell me a little bit about the scene? Do you know what to do?
Sure. It's, the scene happens, it's ended up being a 2-act play, which we came and started and thought it was just going to be a collection of scenes, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe the scenes didn't even have to connect with each
Right.
other. But after talking with all the students and kind of getting their personalities, I came up with an idea that's basically a concept to have a lot of different conversations around one theme. And it happened to me twice when I was in school, in high school and college, was a day where a bomb threat was called into the school, and then they say, we're having school anyway. And it was always a very kind of peculiar day, and everybody had strange attitudes. And
How often do you come to see the work?
this is actually, I guess, on the 3rd or 4th time I've been to the class. So it's I saw first reads of each of the acts, and then got to see it pretty far developed today. So.
How exciting.
Yeah, it's fun.
And you're directing, I guess, so
I am.
You're doing all the staging and...
Yeah,
all
and it's
that.
pretty simply staged. We're trying to keep it real simple.
But you're working with the author, so you can find out what the author's intent is.
Yeah, and that's been great. I mean, even just today before you came, we ran the scene once, and now we had Ben here, so he was able to give some input, and that's, I mean, how many actors really get that opportunity to really get feedback from the playwright? I mean, it's an incredible experience that they're having, that I'm having, but that they're doing this play. I mean,
how
really,
wonderful.
to have a play written for you, I would like a play written for me. Most adults don't get play written.
Ben.
Could you please write a play for me
All
next?
right.
That's your next assignment.
I am on it.
Okay. You're a Westfield resident?
Yes.
You're up in Montclair?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming down to Westfield
Hey,
to do all this.
No problem. Right
We're
down the
looking
parkway.
forward to it. So we're going to see a scene with 4 of your students.
Correct.
And then we're going to see some of this improvisation that you're doing.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
Really looking forward to that. Thanks very much for having us. And this is Beth Painter, and this is Ben Clawson. And we're going to see their work in a moment. Stick around.
And this is a scene in rehearsal from the first act of Bomb Threat Day, in which 4 students are hanging around the local coffee shop discussing the big news circulating the high school that day.
Happy Bomb Threat Day Eve, everyone.
That's funny to you.
Why does everyone find this so funny? Why are people going around and making jokes like this is some great funny thing when it's not? It's the worst thing, John, and I don't understand why you're laughing. Why are you laughing?
Because he's a boy, and there's something seriously wrong with the brains of boys. There's something underdeveloped and quite sick with the brains of boys, and it's the problem with society, and it's all got to do with the way boys' brains work. Because somewhere deep down, they're not real people. They are violent animals who are only satisfied when they're making violence, playing violence, or laughing about violence, because they're stupid boys, and they're the reason we're all doomed as a species.
I cannot believe I voted such a sexist as my student council queen.
Yeah, and I think you're letting the girls off a little bit too easy there.
Why?
Because it's all their fault.
What?
I don't even know what you're talking about, and I'm going to choose to agree with you.
It's all their fault because if there were only women, we'd live in one great generation where no one would hurt each other and everyone would do the right kind of thing.
No, because girls can stop the entire thing right away, if they wanted to. Right away. Because do you know why these guys are shooting places up and bombing places around? Because girls won't talk to them and they're pissed off about it. Have you ever seen an upset, violent, would-be terrorist with a hot girlfriend? Nope. Wouldn't happen. Because if they had a hot girlfriend, they'd have no reason to be upset and to be violent and to terrorize.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Very poetic.
Thank you.
Are you saying you want me to be your hot girlfriend?
Not at all.
Okay, I'm out. Thank you for your insights, Jonathan. Jesse, you didn't really contribute. Oh, and good day, Your Majesty. A happy Bomb Threat Day Eve to all. And to all a good night.
You better be coming to the bake carnival tomorrow.
Oh, you didn't hear? They canceled all after-school activities. Later, Havigator.
What?
What?
They don't cancel school, but after-school activities?
How does that make sense?
How does that make any sense?
Well, it kind of makes sense. They're trying to limit the number of people being there for an unneeded amount of time.
Shut up!
Shut up!
Okay then! Do you know how long I've been planning this bake carnival?
I can't believe this.
What are you so upset about?
I had soccer practice. Soccer practice.
So, don't you hate soccer practice?
No, because if I can't practice soccer, then the team can't, score the goals and make the passes and kick the ball and other important soccer things that you don't understand. So I was really excited for soccer practice.
What?
I have to go.
Hang out!
No way.
Please hang out!
See ya.
I can't believe him.
I can't believe this! That they would cancel my bake carnival over one mention of a stupid, insignificant bomb no one cares about.
No one cares about the bake carnival.
Don't say that.
It's just a bake sale where you replace the word sale with carnival.
No.
Yes!
No! Everyone selling is going to be dressed up as clowns, and we painted signs with elephants and circus tents, and we even got that guy who can juggle bowling pins. Because that's all he ever does, or all he ever talks about. That one fact that he can juggle 3 bowling pins gives him an identity in this school and in this world, so we got him. He's gonna juggle by the tables, and with him, it's a carnival.
Oh, you're right. That's so much better than an ordinary bake sale. Mistake was all mine.
Okay, so what you're going to see now is an improv that was actually born in this very class. We call it Human Orchestra, and we use it as a warm-up game, and what it does is it gets everybody involved real fast, and it's all about listening and not being in control and working together as an ensemble. And it's musical, which is really fun. All right, are we ready?
Ready.
All right, Aaron, you want to start the beat?